REKT podcast is brought to you by Honey Miner. Want to start mining but never had the technical skills or time? Honey Miner is the answer. Honey Miner is a one-click install mining software that downloads directly to your computer and earns you Bitcoin. No more writing scripts or configurations. Just download the desktop app and start mining immediately. What are you waiting for? Go to honeyminer.com and start earning Bitcoin while you sleep today. That's honeyminer.com, on Twitter at GetHoneyMiner, and Telegram at t.me/honeyminer. I'm Bunchu Betts, and this is REKT. Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am your host, Bunchu Betts, along with our other wonderful hosts here. Chamber, how you doing today?
Not too bad. How you doing today?
Not too good.
I haven't opened up my computer all day. Or turned
you know
on my
what?
phone.
Just don't
Let's
do
keep it that way then.
Keep it off. Cynthia, how are you doing today?
I am fantastic.
So, why are you fantastic, Cynthia? You have some good news to
I've
share?
been celebrating today. I may or may not be just a tiny bit buzzed. Just warning everybody.
Tell everybody why you're celebrating.
But I have a project. I've talked about it a little bit. BApp. We do mortgage lending and.
Anyways,
we have
like a bee.
Like a bee, like bzz.
Like a bzz.
Bzz. Yeah. We're BApp, BTO tokens. We're Ethereum based. Anyways, we got listed on our first exchange today, TCX Hub. And so it's like a big milestone.
TCX Hub.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Everybody go.
Did you have to pay like
no.
400 Bitcoin?
$2.4 million? No.
So that's a good place to start. So,
right?
One, congratulations, Cynthia.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody can go buy themselves some B token, which is pretty cool. Secondly, that brings us to something else that we kind of saw in the news today. Who wants to talk about it? Chamber?
I'm more curious on how much Cynthia had to spend to get on that exchange, but
nothing.
Nothing. That's amazing.
We had to prove ourselves, but
just on talent alone, that's terrific.
So we all know that exchanges are charging fees. Some out there are charging fees to be listed on the exchange. The biggest ones being Binance, and today we saw some things going around talking about exactly how much it was to be listed on Binance. We had seen some things a while back saying that it was around $1 million to be listed.
And when they were talking $1 million, that was back in like peak season. That was in the altcoin summer.
Right.
Or
well,
what
even like 2 or 3 months ago, though,
yeah.
I remember people saying it was $1 million. Like 2 or 3 months ago, still it hadn't changed. And then whatever was floating around on Twitter today, I honestly didn't see it for myself.
My
husband told me about it. 2.4 million, 40 bitcoins.
It's a lot of cake.
400 Bitcoin.
400
Excuse me,
Bitcoin.
400, yes.
400 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wait, no, it's got to be 40.
I don't know. Wait, okay. What is Bitcoin at?
I don't know. What is it? 0?
Yeah. What do we have? $3 a coin?
No, it's 400 Bitcoin. It's 400.
Yeah,
that's $2.48 million, which is
now,
astronomical.
I wonder if is it the $2.4 million that's the number, or is it the 400 Bitcoin that's the number? Meaning
it's the Bitcoin that's the number.
So think about what that would mean if Bitcoin was at $20,000.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like it's wrong. I honestly feel like it's wrong.
Well, wouldn't that be? It would be $8 million.
Yeah, that's unreasonable, I think.
It honestly is.
You don't have $8 million. Some of these projects at this point aren't even raising $8 million.
Well, I feel like honestly, like some of the most legit projects that are kind of building from the ground up, just your normal everyday devs who are just getting stuff done, don't have the capital to pay these astronomical fees.
Well, definitely not. And I mean, like,
it's
even
crazy.
if especially if you're doing something like a purely airdrop token.
Right.
That will never happen, obviously.
No.
You're never going to get $8 million free dollars to, or $2.5 million free dollars to list just on the biggest exchange. When, I mean, is it really necessary? You know, like,
well, it seems like every time something gets listed on Binance, you get a big. I mean, even recently there was something just got listed on Binance and it had a pretty good pump, and then it goes right back down to where it was, the day before.
that's because it's the team selling back their tokens to
crazy.
pay back for the
Yeah,
listing.
right.
I bet you.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's gotta be what it is.
God.
They're like, we need this.
We're broke
we need this
now.
$2 million back. Let's sell a bunch of our tokens when we get this Binance pump.
No, I
And
feel like, okay, Binance is like, everybody loves Binance. I love Binance. They have the best mobile app. It's a great, easy to use exchange. It's CZ. And if he can get away with 2.4 million, he's going to do it.
Yeah. Now, do we know if like the the Bitrixes of the world or the KuCoins of the world are doing similar things, or?
No.
I think that, I don't know if Bittrex can. I mean, I'm speculating here, but Bittrex
Well,
is
that's
a
the only
U.S.
kind of information we like here.
Well,
speculative information.
Bittrex,
Speculative.
Bittrex is a U.S. exchange, so I don't think they are allowed to do such things technically.
Well,
but
speaking for, because we've looked into exchanges to get our token on too. Bittrex is not, you don't pay to get on it, but you have to go through a pretty rigorous process. And I think,
exactly.
like, if you do pay, it puts you at the top of the list. And Cryptopia is the same way.
Cryptopia is the same way.
Yeah.
Your boys
Oh, yeah.
over at Cryptopia.
They don't just let anybody willy-nilly come in there.
We will talk about all those exchanges later in the show. So let's get right to basically, this is going to be our short show for the week. We're going to go through some news. And then we're going to do a little MFK. That seemed to be a pretty popular segment last week. So we're going to go back to the well on that. And then we'll get you out of here pretty short and sweet. So let's get to the news. Chamber, you want to start?
Sure.
Speaking of exchanges.
We had a couple of news articles come out yesterday that kind of intertwine with each other. First one being that the Robinhood app. Now, I believe this is just an American app. I don't think I can get it here in Canada.
Oh, really?
I believe that's correct.
I think I tried when they first started talking about the Robinhood stuff. But they added...
Because they're traditionally a stock app.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
They're
okay.
So they're including cryptocurrencies on their platform.
Yeah.
And yesterday they added Ethereum Classic. They beat Coinbase to the punch. Coinbase, I think earlier last week, they were kind of teasing the fact that, they're doing their final tests and that would be up and running shortly, but Robinhood beat them to the punch. Then there was an article that says, Robinhood to Coinbase, get wrecked. We keep beating you to the punch.
Get wrecked.
Get
I love it. I love it.
Maybe Robinhood should be the official exchange of Wrecked Podcast.
If they're talking trash
Oh my
like
God.
that, they
should
definitely be.
We
a
should
great
get somebody from Coinbase to come on the show. How legit would that be?
That'd be awesome.
And that's only their 6th cryptocurrency on
Yeah.
Robinhood.
The
What
one
else do
before
they
that
have?
was Doge.
Oh, that's right. They did list Doge.
They got obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple,
Doge, Ethereum
and,
Classic.
and Ethereum
Yeah.
Classic.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's
Do you
something.
Gotta
think
give it to 'em, though.
Robinhood? Do you think Robinhood will overtake Coinbase?
They have lower fees. I personally trade, or I have in the past traded traditional stocks on Robinhood, and their fees are lower. Obviously, Coinbase is not traditional stocks, but Robinhood has offered pre-market and post-market open to traditional, stock exchange users, which is a big, huge deal. Most people don't have access to pre-market and stuff, and that was an email that came out last week. And I feel like I've talked to quite a few people in crypto who trade, dabble a little bit in traditional stocks as well.
Sure.
And I feel like it's just another selling point.
You mean like the smart people that should have had a finance background before they dabbled in crypto? You mean all of those people, and not us?
Did you guys not have a finance background either?
Oh no. Okay.
Weird.
Just making sure.
Thought it was just me.
No, but they have a really awesome platform. Their fees aren't ridiculous. Like I despise Coinbase. I honestly do. I despise them.
Oh, you haven't tried to buy crypto in Canada yet. I was
Oh, God.
more than happy when Coinbase allowed me to purchase from them.
Okay, wait. So how were you doing it before? What did you have to do?
It was very difficult. So
Were you like local Bitcoins guy?
no, so we do have there is a site and it's it's pretty decent called Coin Square in Canada. So you can set up an account with them. You can wire transfer money, but it has to be like, I think it was like $10,000 or $15,000 at a time.
Sure.
I don't want to jump in that. I mean, I think eventually I did, but
Oh yeah, right. Of course, but not all at once, right?
Exactly.
You gotta layer in. Duh.
And you could have a direct. I think you could have a direct like checking account link to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. Do you guys now have like a debit credit cards where it's like a Visa debit card?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got those a couple of years ago, but you couldn't.
Wait, this is fascinating to me. The difference.
know, right?
I've had a debit card
is.
since I was 10.
No, but
Yeah.
no. There's a regular debit card, but now we have a debit Visa card, so you can use it as a debit card predominantly, and then also use it to book hotels.
We've had that for a hot minute, Jay.
Yeah,
All
I've
right,
had
so
that
this
since
is-
I was 10.
Now, have you guys ever heard of HBO? We just got this channel this year.
Hey, you guys
No,
ever heard
here
of
in
Game
Canada.
of Thrones? The first season just got listed out here in Canada.
That's awesome.
That's
But,
pretty funny.
So you couldn't link your account.
You guys might
if
get an
you had
automobile sometime this year.
Automobile. No, I don't think I've heard of that one yet.
Oh,
I'll let you know. But yeah, you couldn't link your debit Visa account because whatever shitty reason they gave you. So I kept having to do like bank drafts and like mail it to them. Wait like
Oh my
5
God.
days. It was the worst.
Oh
So
my
once
That's
Coinbase
terrible.
came around, yeah, it was awful. So a couple of my fellow Canadian crypto Twitter people have pointed me in the right direction for some other stuff. But I also heard that Robinhood was only in select, at least for the crypto side, it was
States.
only in select states, like 5 or 6
Yeah.
states.
Yes.
It didn't. I'm in Florida, and it didn't. I was on the list. I was like one of the very first couple of thousand people to get on the waiting list. I was so excited about it. But Florida was in like their second or third round of when they rolled it out to finally get on. But so it's not in every.
Do we know
state.
how many states have it now?
I don't,
I
but
don't.
it's because they need to have basically licenses in every state, and each state is different, so it takes you forever to if you were going to try to roll it out all at once, it would have delayed the whole project. So they basically have been getting licenses in the states as they can. So like New York, it's a pain in
That's
the
a
butt
tough
with
one, yeah.
yeah, with the bit license and all that stuff. So, it's nearly impossible for people to get those. So, that's one of the reasons. But yeah, so I think it's slowly but surely rolling out everywhere. But and then, did you have another piece to that as well for your story? Or it was just that
I think it was just that.
they beat them to the punch,
Yeah.
and they
that was the-
continue to beat them to the punch.
Yeah, so
And
I
it
wonder
was
if
get
going
wrecked.
forward, they're going to keep wrecking Coinbase.
That'd be great. Well, so one last point on Coinbase. If anybody is using Coinbase out there and is not doing purchases on GDAX to like get money into the market,
Yes.
I think you're totally doing yourself a disservice, because those purchases that you're making on Coinbase, it's costing you an extra like 7% as opposed to if you went and bought on GDAX. So just
There you
a
go. Public
food
service
for
announcement.
thought. It's an extra step, kind of, sort of, but it's you'll save yourself some money, because there's nothing worse than like putting yourself on like how much you want to buy on Coinbase, and then you're like, oh, it's going to cost me $70 in fees for a
Yeah, it's
$200
ridiculous.
purchase.
Yeah. And
It's
I think
crazy.
the only thing, like when GDAX isn't GDAX anymore, what is it, Coinbase Pro?
Sorry, correct, yes.
Yeah. When I first got into crypto, Coinbase was the only fiat gateway. They told you GDAX was for the more experienced traders. So I was afraid to even
Yeah.
get on GDAX.
Right.
we just think of exchanges as whatever, but to newbies, they see an exchange platform and they're like, what the hell is all of this? So it can be
that's very true.
a little overbearing at first.
That's true. But take the time and learn. It's worth your 7%,
sure.
especially when you're when you're losing all your money and you wish you had 7% more money. Because that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now.
I could use a 7% bump.
Absolutely.
Yeah, speaking of.
Except 7% of 0 is still 0. So.
Let me 1 second. Let me check the calculator on that one. You're correct. All right.
All right, Cynthia, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of the bloody markets, my news story is the delay of the Bitcoin ETF. I can't say that I was too surprised. Are you guys surprised? The SEC came out yesterday and put out their official announcement that it was being delayed till September 30th. And
I thought we had heard rumblings of it.
Passive ETF.
I thought we had heard rumblings of it being delayed. Like when we were first talking about it, everybody threw out like August 10th as a date, and then it pumped off of that news. And then I had thought I had seen something on Twitter that said it was going to be delayed, and this was even before the Winklevoss one got denied, and then. Obviously, at the same time last week, that got denied, so we saw the market start to go down. Then, we were at that point, we were up almost 8,600. And then over the weekend, we were around 72. And today, as of this recording, we sit at 63.16. And it went as low today as around 61.28. Yeah, which is crazy. So
I have to say that I'm honestly... I get that it's bad news, but I'm kind of surprised at how bad it's dumping.
Yeah, I am too. I saw somebody tweet, I don't know who it was, but just like this should have already been baked into prices, and that just goes to show how inefficient the crypto market still is and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like little kids with all the money, like just freaking out
right?
over...
Yeah.
This news doesn't freak me out. It doesn't cause me to sell.
Yeah, no.
It is a big swing once these little shitty news items come out.
I'm in a bunch of different Telegram groups, and just kind of seeing the response had me a little just surprised. And I don't even remember what group it is. I think it's a group that I don't go in very, very regularly, but somebody was like, where can I sell my alts and put it directly into my bank account? I'm selling right this very second. Just losing their mind. And I was like, guys, this is not bad.
I'd rather lose everything. I'd rather everything go to zero than have to sell right now.
The other thing is, let's see. On 7/13, we were at around the same price. Actually, so, and 7/16, we were at the same price. So, we had a month of pump, and now we're right back where we were a month ago. So, I guess there was some pretty big panic then too. But
I think I read a tweet where it took 12 days for Bitcoin to go up. I think it was 14 or 40%. 12 days for 40%, and then 16 days to retrace back 30%.
Interesting.
That's interesting. I think what still gets me is Ethereum's at 360 right now, guys.
I know, it's killing me. I don't know what.
It's killing me. I'm selling my tokens based on Ethereum, guys.
It's definitely killing
you.
No
matter what the Ethereum price is, one Ethereum is 100,000 of my tokens plus a bonus right now in a pre-sale.
So get in on that pre-sale.
You can pay 500, which is like Ether in my mind is 500.
It's great for investors because I was in the exact opposite position in January when I bought into an ICO, and the ICO
did it fall apart miserably?
Well, at the time, Ethereum was $1,200, and so I have been just.
Ouch.
It's
I think the one ICO
of its value of the ICO now.
I think the one ICO I bought into, I think Ethereum at the time was like $750, so still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Again,
did your ICO fare out okay?
Do you guys remember when Litecoin was at like 300 a couple months ago?
Yeah, it's like at $60, isn't it?
Yes!
I don't want to talk crazy. Litecoin has ruined me.
Charlie, we should get Charlie Lee on and just talk about his Nostradamus-like tweet. His Nostradamus-like tweet that said that hey, whatever, Litecoin will probably retrace 90%. So be careful. Oh, by the way, here goes all my Litecoin.
Yeah, I'm selling.
Anyway, all right, moving on. My story today is DEA says criminal activities account for just 10% of Bitcoin transactions. So this is pretty interesting. Speaking in an interview with Bloomberg, DEA Special Agent Lolita Infante said that criminal activity accounts for approximately 10% of on-chain Bitcoin activities, down from a high of 90% in 2013, prior to the U.S. government taking down the Silk Road. So it's interesting, all these new people are saying, okay, all crypto is good for is
criminals and money laundering.
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny. I saw this article after my buddy over the weekend sent me he's trying to get into crypto, and he sent me a picture of the MIT Technology Review magazine. Have any about blockchain? You saw they did an issue on that? Anybody? It was a couple months back, I think.
I saw it.
It was July. It was July 1st they released it. So it was from the MIT Technology Review, and he sent me a blurb, and it says, "This is the tone of the whole magazine." And the blurb says, "This doesn't mean cryptocurrencies are useless. Buying drugs, money laundering, these things are situations where they can come in handy." So I think it's just, that was in the MIT Technology Review. And and now we have DEA articles saying that, hey, it's only 10% is illegal activity. So
hey, how much fiat goes towards illegal activities, I wonder?
Almost all of mine. So whether it's crypto or otherwise, the other interesting thing about this, which will also tie into the rest of our episode, is Infante added that while privacy-centric cryptocurrencies like Monero and Zcash may be attractive alternatives, they are currently too small and illiquid to be viable payment infrastructure for criminal enterprise. She also said that DEA agents still have ways of tracking these transactions, though she didn't go into any detail about these methods, basically saying, sure, we could get you. Don't use privacy coins.
I'm going to call your bluff on that.
Yeah, we totally know. No, well,
I can't tell you how we know, but we know.
Right, we can't tell you how, but no, we'll definitely know. We definitely know. But I think that's interesting too, because I think the other common misconception that a lot of people have is Bitcoin is anonymous, and this article should clearly tell you that Bitcoin is not anonymous, and you should be careful on what you're doing and buying with Bitcoin, and that's the bottom line there. So
Bitcoin is like the least anonymous. Please don't use that for privacy.
Exactly. I liked the way you put it when we were talking to McAfee about like paying your like landscaper and crypto or whatever.
Your yard man.
Yeah.
As soon as you pay him, he knows your wallet address, and he can click and see everything, every wallet that you've sent money to, and knows your business.
It's true, but people, especially people that aren't in the space, have a much different conception of how this all works, which is interesting. And I think there's, a big education gap that is out there. But
absolutely,
cool. So that does it for news for us. So we're going to go to one of our most fun segments that we've had in a while. MFK. So we're going back to MFK.
Yay.
We had a great time with this last week. So we're going to kind of keep a theme today, which is hard for us to do. We have the attention span of squirrels. So coming up first in our first MFK segment, we're going to do exchanges. So the choices are Binance, Cryptopia, or Coinbase. Marry one, fuck one, kill one. Who wants to start?
I'm going to start with that one because I already... Okay, wait. Binance, Cryptopia, and Coinbase. I'm going to fucking kill Coinbase. Because I abhor Coinbase. Okay, and marry and fuck with Binance or Cryptopia. Oh, that's easy. Okay, I would definitely fuck Cryptopia because they're like... all the altcoins, just random.
They're kind of crazy.
It'd be like a crazy good time. And Binance is the real deal. Like, we're in it. and we're gonna get married, and I am going to just be your ride or die Binance.
Who wouldn't want to marry CZ?
Wow.
Right?
You know.
Well,
Chamber, what do you got?
I don't know. I'm with you with Cryptopia. I'm banging the crap out of Cryptopia.
Okay.
I think I like the down under accent. I think that's the route I'm going with that one. I'm marrying Coinbase though.
I could tell you were gonna marry Coinbase.
I'm marrying Coinbase.
As soon as you said that it was like your savior in Canada,
Yeah,
I knew
it's
you were gonna marry
sleek,
Coinbase.
Best app on the market.
I am gonna win this one again on
Listen
Twitter.
here. All right, Coinbase.
Wait, wait. What were our
Let's not
results
talk about
last
it because I
week?
didn't win.
I won
I didn't
one
win
of them,
any. I
and
got-
me and Chamber tied on the
Oh,
other.
we did tie one. That's right.
I got destroyed in both of them.
Cynthia
I-
definitely.
I'm about to
had-
win again.
Yeah,
Cynthia took it home
Shots
last week.
fired.
Well,
and I'm killing Binance by the way because they're extorting us. $2.4
that's
million
true.
dollars.
That's true.
Homie, don't play that.
Okay. I unfortunately can't go differently here. I'm going to side with Cynthia here, and I'm going to marry CZ because and Binance because look, if I don't care if he's extorting you, I'm gonna live a good life.
CZ's the man.
I feel like Cryptopia again would be into some weird shit, and and Coinbase. I think I would kill Coinbase too, just because they are always.
You guys are
giving me a hard
ganging up
time.
on me. That's not
Talk
fair.
Well,
about
you know, it's
extortion.
just
That's
is-
Coinbase and their
It just
fees.
is what it is there. So, it's gonna be only two options this week. So it'll be me and
There you go.
Cynthia
The
versus
right
Chamber.
team versus the wrong team. That's
Yep. How's it feel to be on the wrong team,
Oh,
Chamber?
tell me. Wow. Story of my life. Story of my life.
All right, and then next we will go to sticking with my article. We were just talking about privacy coins, so let's go with Monero, Zcash, or Dash. Let's have Chamber start this one.
All right. This is okay. Geez, this is a good one. I'm going to bang Monero
Ooh,
Because-
interesting.
Interesting.
because of Fluffy Pony, and he just seems like a good dude.
You want to bang Fluffy
Wait,
Pony?
wait, wait, wait,
No,
Like
I-
you associate that
wait,
with
wait,
Fluffy
wait,
Pony?
wait.
You heard
Wait, so
me.
you're going-
I stand by my comments. Hey,
Okay,
this is
Oh
a
my
this
God.
is you know this is a fictitious
it's a
survey.
safe space.
Absolutely.
A safe
It's a
space.
safe space.
The Fluffy Pony does seem like a pretty chill dude. I think he's always
Shout
on
out
his
Fluffy
yacht and
Pony
stuff, so I like
if you
that.
wanna
I
come on the
can't.
podcast.
I'm gonna marry Dash
Ooh, why?
because you can turn on and off the privacy.
Mm.
I like that. I like when you have that option. I like options when I'm married, so that's good. And then I think I'm gonna kill Zcash because that's the only coin I've owned, and it's burnt me along the way.
Well,
so
if you've ever owned Zcash, you probably do want to kill it because it's like the slowest moving coin.
it
on
is.
the face
It's the
of the earth.
worst. I thought it would be
And-
cool when I bought it, and then
Right.
it was not cool.
The Zcash pump, we've been waiting for that since the dawn of time, I think.
Yep.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't necessarily disagree with you there. Cynthia, what do you got? Wait, so that one was Mary Dash, fuck Monero.
I like the term "bang" better.
All right, sorry, we're gonna bang. All right, we can call it Mary Bang Kill. That's
Mary
cool.
Bang Kill.
I like banging. It's a funnier word to me.
All right, let's do it. So Mary Bang Kill Dash Monero Zcash in that order for Chamber.
I am going to also kill Zcash
Okay.
for the same reasons. 'Cause it's slow as hell. I feel like if you're wanting to be private about something, it's probably for like drugs or a hooker, and you need that to be fast.
That's a good
I
point.
mean,
That's a good
those
point.
are good.
I'm
Truer
not
words.
speaking from experience. but
Truer
I'm just
words.
saying. And then let's see, marry or bang. I'm going to bang Dash because I feel like if you want to be crazy, you could turn it on. But if you wanted just like some chill love making, you could turn it off.
That's a very good point.
Jeez, Cynthia, stop it! You're making
I'm
too
on my
much
that's
game.
a good
sense.
point.
I'm gonna win again.
You are
And
gonna
then
win
obviously
again.
I'm gonna marry Monero because it's the best private coin.
Okay, so I'm going with Man, I think I gotta.
Are you gonna agree with me again?
Well, so I'm definitely marrying Monero because, look, Fluffy Pony would give me an $800,000 watch for my anniversary, and that sounds pretty dope.
He would treat you right.
Right, exactly. Fluffy Pony would treat me right, and so I am going for. I'm gonna marry Monero. I was actually gonna kill Dash, but.
My point.
But your point was so good, and now here I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna kill Dash because for the same reason that you can turn it on and off. I feel like as a person, Dash would be like some really shady shit, and you would never. You could never, in my opinion, you could never marry Dash because it's two-faced. You know what I mean? Like you would. I don't think I could trust Dash because if you could turn it on and off.
How do you know if they're on or off?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so point. They could be just lying behind my back. So I'm gonna kill someone like that. So I'm gonna kill Dash, and by default, I will bang. I will have very, very vanilla Zcash banging.
You're gonna be stuck with vanilla banging.
It's just the way I was trying to be different on this one, and it's just the way the cards fell. Because otherwise,
you might catch Zcash on that perfect day where it just just pumps.
That's it. Once every blue moon, only that's it. So I'm going with vanilla Zcash, killing Dash, and marrying Monero because the anniversary gifts would be lit.
We were talking about Fluffy Pony treating you well. I feel like anybody the name Fluffy Pony just sounds nice. You would want to be with somebody named Fluffy Pony.
Rub up against it.
But here you go. In Chambers' defense, then Fluffy Pony also sounds like it could be a porn name. So I think that's not a terrible option either. So I think that, a lot of good options here today.
I like it.
But anyway, that is right on time. Look at that. We are right at 30 minutes, so we are going to leave you guys there today. This will come out Thursday. Please give us some feedback on iTunes.
Did we manage to dethrone Raptor Jesus 42?
Oh, wait a second. Can we tell that story? Twitter, wait, can we tell that story? Because I kind of missed it over the weekend because I was away.
Listen to what happened. We called
Shout out to Raptor Jesus 42.
Yeah, holla, because I know you're listening. We called him out on that podcast, and he commented on our tweet from the REKT podcast handle, REKT_podcast.
Did I follow him back?
I don't know. I think I didn't follow him. I probably should. Anyways, he's like, things get a little crazy at the 37-minute mark, which is when we talked about it. And I was like, oh my God. It is Raptor Jesus 42.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, well, you're still listening. And he's like, when you managed to actually get on the podcast. And I told him I had only missed one episode. And he's like, you're arguing with a raptor named Jesus. You should probably stop. And I was like, touche. So maybe he's going to change his comment, but I don't know.
So we did. So somebody left us a 1-star review. So we got a couple more reviews. Our average rating is 4.5 stars. So
who left the 1 star? Did they leave a comment?
They didn't leave a comment. No.
You're a sucker.
It was probably Raptor Jesus 43. But anyway, I don't think we're going to be able to bury him because it looks like it goes in chronological order.
Thanks, Raptor Jesus.
Now the spokesperson
I know you're listening.
That's it. So anyway, leave us some more 5-star reviews if you like us. Leave us your REKT stories. We're going to try to do another mailbag coming up soon. Join our Telegram if you haven't already. It's a lot of fun in there. Even when the market is wrecked, we are having a great time in there. So that's t.me/REKT_podcast. And that'll do it for us. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, just hope everybody's surviving out there.
Survive.
I was watching Tropic Thunder the other day.
Don't go near any tall buildings.
Saw that beautiful
Stay away from your...
Survive.
No CN Tower, no anything. Take away all the sharp objects.
It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better, people.
It is. It is.
It may get worse before it gets better, but we'll be here with you to make sure that you're up in love. And until next time, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.